Anthony Anderson might not be the person we all thought he was, and the internet is losing its mind over it. It turns out that the funny family guy we all grew up watching and adored isn't real at all, and that it was all just a facade to hide his dark side. But don't worry, his wife, well, now his ex-wife, just exposed him for the kind of person he truly is, and trust us when we say this, he is not a good person. The two had finally parted ways around 19 months ago, but the drama is still bubbling in the family. We guess that's what happens when you're married to someone for over 2 decades. They know all your secrets and all your dark sides. Anthony has always been known as the funny guy from ABC's hit sitcom Blackish. He was always the kind of guy who you could watch with your kids after a long day. But honey, when we tell you what we just found out about the actor, you're going to want to keep your kids and family far away from him.
You know, these young chicks out here, oh my God, I had a 25-year-old, ass like pow, tits like bam! And I'm like, okay, baby, look, what time do you want me to pick you up and take you to the club?
But the good thing is that after exposing her ex-husband, she's also treating him the way he deserves to be treated. She left him, and if that wasn't enough, she's taking half of everything that he owns. But hold on, it gets better. He has to pay her over $200,000 every year in spousal support.
So after the incident, me and my wife, we did get separated. It's, no, it's good and bad. It's okay, it's good and bad. Good because I can get all the that I want now with no conscience.
Now that's the work of karma, won't you agree? There is a lot of tea to spill today, so put on your gossip goggles and grab some popcorn. You're watching Celebrity Buzz, and today we are going to be talking about how Anthony Anderson's wife accidentally exposed his dark side to the whole world. But hold on to your horses. Before we get to that, do us a favor and give this video a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this one in the future.
It ain't like you can slap the bitch and get away with it. Like back in the early Anthony Anderson days.
Oh, back then, we could have put her in the trunk with some plastic and took her for a little ride. Don't think,
Slap the bitch and just keep moving.
Now, let us tell you about all the tea we have on this guy. But before we get into all of that, we just want to warn you that the things we are about to talk about might be a little triggering to some people. There's going to be mentions of assault, so take this as a little viewer's discretion. Okay, so let's look at how the two met in the first place, and then we're gonna tell you what went wrong. So the two met back when they were in college. Anderson and his friends were throwing a party and wanted to invite a friend over who lived in an apartment. When Anderson went and knocked on the door, his wife answered. Confused, he told her about the party and asked her if she wanted to come. She said yes, since she was a freshman and wanted to socialize. He got to the party early and so did she, and they started hanging out since there was no one else there, and ever since then, the two had been inseparable. Now that sounds like a story out of a rom-com series, but everything that followed seems to be straight out of a true crime documentary.
Man, you can't even call nobody a bitch no more, man. It's a lawsuit. Yeah, so...
I miss the good old days when somebody tell a lie on you, you could just slap blood right out their mouth and get away with it.
Yeah.
When you get a little notoriety, a little paper, you can't do that no more.
The early 90s.
And trust us, we are not even exaggerating. The two filed for divorce in 2022 and then got separated. But the reasons behind this separation were never disclosed. This isn't the first time the two have filed for divorce, though. His wife went to the court and asked for a divorce a few years ago. It happened for the first time in 2014 when she said that they had some differences that they could not work out after trying for a really long time. Not only that, but she also said that they had been separated for almost a year when she filed for divorce. She ultimately ended up staying with him and canceled the divorce in 2017. But then came 2022, and that was the end of their troubled love story.
After being, we were together 25 years. After being together that long, you realize that, shit, the game done changed. Shit out there in the dating world is different. It's like you're getting out of prison after 25 years.
Now this time, there were no reasons made public behind the divorce, but fans think they know exactly why his wife wanted to leave him for such a long time. But wait a minute, not so fast. We're not going to give you all the tea for nothing. You gotta promise us that you're going to share this video with a friend who you think might enjoy our content and turn on post notifications while you're at it too, so you don't miss out on any future updates on this messy drama. Now, the reason that a lot of fans think that his wife left him will blow your mind. Some of you might know this. Anderson has not one but 3 charges of assault against him. Yup, you heard that right. Now we know it's hard to imagine the funny guy you grew up watching in that kind of negative light, but he always posted bail and got out of it. So there was definitely something going on. His most recent case was as recent as 2018. His first case dates back to 2004 when he was accused of assaulting a woman on the set of a film he was working on.
Some chick, you ever met the chick before or no?
She was working on the film or trying to work on the film and, just screamed something that didn't happen.
That's terrible, man.
On me and our assistant director. But,
If that wasn't bad enough on its own, he didn't even do it alone. He had his friend as an accomplice who helped him do it. And not only that, that same friend was the person who testified for him in front of the public. The whole thing seemed like some twisted joke, but that's just the world we live in. According to the victim, she was lured and locked into the trailer where Anderson and his friend committed the crime. She was constantly screaming for help and someone finally heard her cries and came to the trailer. According to the eyewitness, as soon as he opened the trailer door, the woman ran out of the vehicle completely unclothed. Now this seems like a pretty black and white case, especially since there is a literal eyewitness. But nope, he was never convicted of his crimes and neither was his friend. He ended up paying 20 grand to get out of the situation, and that was the end of it.
This alleged rape thing that was hanging over your head, what happened with that, though?
We all knew it was lies from the beginning. Somebody just out to get a fast buck. And the court saw it, the people saw it, and here we are sitting today,
Until he did it again, and then again. In another account, a victim stated the details of her case. She said that Anderson had assaulted her on 3 separate accounts, twice in a hotel room and once elsewhere. She added that she never consented to do anything with him and that he forced himself on her. And yes, there was someone to testify to her story too. Her ex-boyfriend said that she cried to him about the whole thing as well. And yup, you guessed it, he got out of this one as well. The judge said that in his 2 years as a judge, this was the most suspicious case he had ever seen. Seems like it's a man's world after all. There was another case where he assaulted a woman in 2018, which roughly lines up with when his wife filed for divorce. This is what makes fans think that this was the reason behind their divorce. She had had enough of his behaviors and she was done with standing by and watching him do the things he did and pretending like all was good. Getting out of a marriage of 20 years is hard, but enabling someone like that must have been harder on her conscience.
We weather through the storm. It's unfortunate, man, that, as celebrities, we're targets, with things like that, man. But, everybody has a speed bump in life, and that was mine.
And that was all we had time for in today's video. Do you think Anthony Anderson is going to respond to all of this? What do you think his reaction is going to be? Do you think this might be the end of his Hollywood career? Let us know all your thoughts and predictions in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it and smash that subscribe button for more videos like this one in the future. And with all of that said, as always, we will see you in our next video with some new juicy gossip about your favorite celebrities, or maybe an even better update about Anthony Anderson. Till then, check out some of our other videos.